Are you ready for it?
Here comes them black nerds, zones on with big words. Cakes that make us all smile. This little songs ever setting up wine. Lane's kinda like a mastermind. This one shows up every single time. Yeah, I was your night gonna bring the fight. Case this is Black Nerd Podcast, winning all the fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. All right, the whole squad is in the bit. Well, not the whole squad. Fame is still traveling back from Atlanta to Baltimore, but we are here. You know what I'm saying? I got the queen, Jalen, in the building.
Hey guys, happy Sunday.
I see you got your cup. Hold up, man. You can't be the only one with your cup.
Yeah, there's a hole in my lip.
And then I got some stickers for y'all. I gotta put them in the mail. Actually, I ordered some more stickers, so they're gonna come. You know, we gearing up, man. We're gonna be vending soon, so I wanted to make sure we had some cool items for y'all.
When I'll go get my free samples.
Oh yeah, I put it in the mail. I don't even got your address, fool. I need your address.
Shoot, you don't. Oh, that's right. My bad.
How would you? Because I still got to send you a mug too. Like I wanted to send you a mug and everything. So you know, you just wait because I got to get you a hoodie. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna send everything all at once so you can have your care package. But anyway, Sloan is in the building. Been a productive week, man. Today is really this is your highlight day, man. We talking about comic books today. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of weirded out. I said they have a Blade Supergirl digital comic. I have so many mixed emotions about this, but I want to get into it, and I'm excited to have you on the show, Sloan, because I really want to have a conversation about it. Plus, you've brought another dope black comic onto the show, which is fire. Jalen has some difficult stuff for us to figure out.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I read it.
Okay.
So we gonna fail. But you know what I'm saying? The whole team, we are here. We are gonna have a good day. So what have you guys been up to? It's been a whole week. I ain't even seen you. Jalen, what you been up to?
Well, it hasn't been a whole week because we had our listening party.
We were together Thursday.
Yes, for the third print. I've been enjoying my spring break. I have been off work. It's been great. I've still been busy. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So yeah, just been. I've watched Mayor of Kingstown pretty much all week for the first time. I'm on season 3 now. So yeah, I've been enjoying that.
Yo, it's a slow burn, but once it picked up, it was a slow burn for me.
It didn't seem that way for me. Oh, and I just started watching Something Very Bad Is Gonna Happen on Netflix.
Got you. Okay.
Oh, have you seen Supercell?
Yes.
Okay. Sweet.
I love it. When is the second season coming out?
I don't know. I really do want to figure it out. I got some friends over in London. They like the show too. One of them even knew one of the co-stars, but one of the stars, but he's in jail for some reason.
Oh wow.
The star, not the friend.
Oh, right. I mean, sure.
I was like, yo, you got jail pen pals, bro? Like, what's going on with that? Crazy, super crazy. All right, so Sloan, what you been up to for the last week, man?
I've been trying to read more comic books so I can get these, so I can start reviewing more comic books. I'm seeing a bunch of my mutuals get free packages from the like Dark Horse and Image, and I want to be like them. I realized, well, I'm not like them because I barely talk about really review comic books anymore. So I need to get back on that kind of thing. Just also writing out some of the stuff in my story, doing some stuff with a artist to get just to like generate some hype around the story a bit. It's like not panels yet, but just commissions and stuff like that, like some fan art.
Great idea. Okay. So everybody working, and I think that's such a plus thing. So all right,
what
let me.
have you been up to this week?
Well, we just got back from Virginia. I went to see my family over the weekend. Thursday, you and I took to the airways to premiere. We had a listening party for a new Blur print album that's about to come out. It's a Black Nerd podcast album. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that tuned in, because there was a bunch of people that tuned in. And then even days after, if you go into the comments on Patreon, like there's some people that's been showing love. And I was like, yo, this makes me feel really good. Not saying that I dumped a ton of time into it, but I feel like what I created, I really personally enjoyed. So I was excited to see that you guys enjoyed it as well.
Yes,
Before that, thank you so much.
You got to give yourself a round of applause because.
Okay. There we go. All right, we in there. So before that, it's just been work, focusing on trying to get money together to pay bills and taking care of certain stuff. I've really been what's the word for it? I've really been low key because I've been trying to figure out we've been trying to figure out like where we can get inexpensive t-shirts and masks to sell at the booth. And you know, me and Faye really serious about getting this merch stuff off the ground, the clothing line off the ground, and to like really push Black Nerd Podcast out there to grow the audience. So you know, that's just been what's going on. But outside of that, man, chilling, staying out of the way, man, staying out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, me.
Nah, I mean, you know what I mean? You
Nah,
feel me?
me.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Anyway, so I forgot to do my job. All right. So what we doing? We just did general talk. Make sure if you haven't done so, sign up on our Patreon, patreon.com/VVC Life. Grab and then sign up. Once you sign up, man, jump on that $5 level, man. You jump on that $5 level. Man, it's lit. Hold up. I put the wrong thing out there. Yeah, support us on Patreon. You know what I mean? It's only $5 a month. You get exclusive movie watches. You get an extra BNP episode a week. You get extra lots of stuff, magazines, mixtapes, a lot more. If you're hearing about the Blur print album will be available on Patreon. Actually, it might be exclusively on Patreon. You know, I gotta see how I feel. But you know what I mean? There's gonna be tons and tons and tons of content on there that's currently there. And we would love for you to not only support us, but entertain yourself for hours and hours and hours on end. Make sure if you haven't done so, if you listen to the audio, we drop the audio every Monday. So we do it live on Sundays. We drop it on Mondays. So if you got Google Podcasts or which is YouTube Podcast now, or Apple Podcasts or Spotify, we are available on all of those. Just look up Black Nerd Podcast or hit that little you know, if you're watching us right now, we got the QR code at the bottom. So make sure you do that. Let's see what else we got. Nope, not the Pat Cron. All right, the tour. The tour is still on the way. So come July 10th through the 12th, we'll be at DreamCon, Atlantic Comic Con, September 1st through the 2nd. We're going to be at J1 Con, Baltimore Comic Con, and New York Comic Con. Please check the Baltimore Black Nerd Podcast website to get all of the details pertaining to that. If you want to get more details, if you want to link up with us, hit us up on social media, or just hit us up on social media. That's pretty much it. That's serious. Or hit the comments or whatever. So we got you. Get you some merch, man. Merchity, man. That's how I see you now. See you. She lit out here. So get you some merch. Go to vvcmerch.com. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, we've got shorts, we've got mugs, you know what I'm saying? We've got pickleball sets. I swear to God, I can't wait to grab my pickleball set. We've got stickers, we've got bags, we've got all types of stuff on there. So just go to VVC Merch. Every purchase you make supports our platform. So thank you so much. All right, before I put Sloan to sleep, let me make sure I wrap up everything. There's a Monday night co-op every Monday. This Monday, we will be in our second week of, it's called Hypercharge Unbox. We did not think it was going to be this much fun. So much fun, like to the point where we went over, because we only supposed to go from 9 to 10, but we ended up going from 9 to 11 because we were having so much fun playing. So make sure you tap in with us. And we've got 2 more weeks, and then we're going to do a review of the game after that. So Monday night, 9 p.m. co-op Mondays. Let's see. Tonight would be the normal night that we would get on at 8 o'clock for Baldur's Gate 3. However, Fame is still traveling. We want him to relax, get himself together. So we will be taking tonight off, but we will definitely be back next week. We have been making a lot of progress and been having a lot of fun. Now that we're in the third, I think we're in the third chapter of the game or whatever. I don't know.
Actually,
But go ahead.
Now I'm saying you guys are at the beginning of Act 3, right?
Yes. So we've got a little ways to go. So, you know what I mean? We've been at this 28 weeks. So, it's still lit. All right, Thursday morning, 9 a.m. on our Patreon, Anime Watch with your boy Fame. Tap in every Thursday, 9 a.m. for that Anime Watch, where you get to watch new animes with Fame, and you can get into the comments, have a good conversation. It's freaking fire. Friday morning, 9 a.m. on TikTok and Twitch on Gaming with Fame. He plays Resident Evil 8. So make sure you tap in with that. So it's time to get this show on the road. We done sat here and I done ran my yappity yapper. So let's get to the pressure. All right, let's get this show on the road, man. I'm trying to see what's really good. All right, so the first one should not be me. The first one should be somebody else. Okay. Sloan got his joint on here.
And I have mine on hand.
Oh, okay. Well, start with yours since you got it in your hand.
Oh, okay. So my precious is something that I actually got today from the flea market.
Oh, snap. Okay. What's that, 11 by 17? That thing is huge.
Yes.
Is it two-sided or one-sided? Oh,
it's just one-sided. And then I really want to go back to the store because they have the rest of the sailors on there. And they also have this really cool Joker. And it has the 3 of the best Jokers. It has Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, and the most recent one, which is what is his name? Joaquin.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. Okay.
So that's the one that I really wanted, but I didn't know how I felt about it staring at me while I sleep. That's
a fact.
So
you got to put it in the bathroom or put it in the kitchen somewhere. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. There's a lot of dope art that I didn't buy because I'm like, if it's late at night and I look at it, or I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, all right.
That's why like some of my album covers did not make the cut.
Smart. All right, let's get on to Sloan's joint, man. What's up with this? This is fire.
This is, I believe it's I don't know if it's the whole jacket or just a LED ribbon that goes with it, but basically it's made for like Tron fans so they could add like a neon light to their jacket. And I definitely do want to do this because I do plan on doing a Tron inspired cosplay sometime. So yeah.
Nice.
Nah, that's super fire. Oh, so it's got the light on both sides or just one side?
I guess both sides. I didn't
feel like you spend quite a bit of time on Etsy, don't you?
Yes.
Because you've shown us quite a few really cool wearable items.
Yeah.
Nah, I rock with that. I think that's super dope. I think when he came in with that the Tron. It was something from Tron. Was it like a disc that goes on your back?
Yeah,
I thought that
identity disc. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, yo, that's fire. That's something I would actually want to have. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got it. Last, and certainly not least, my little thing. It's not as cool as y'all's, but I saw this and I was like, yo, this is super cool. So it's like a little teeny little robot thing, but it's actually a charger, and it charges it's a super fast charger.
That's
So
wonderful.
like, yeah, man, it's only like $20. See, it's got the little plug-in thing, but the plug-in,
That's so cute. It's like legs.
yeah,
And it has headphones.
and the face, it like once it's plugged in, the eyeballs move, and it like make faces at you and stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, y'all should try. All of the links for all of these products are in the are going to be in the caption. I don't have it up there yet. But once I not re-upload it, but once we go back, I'll have it so you guys can get the stuff. If you want to grab some of these items, y'all can go ahead and do that. So it's time for the main topic, y'all.
Turn it up, it's locking. Got the crew, got the hot takes dropping. Black nerve fam in the chat, we talking. Every word got the whole room rocking. Yeah. This is the main topic. Lean in, we just pop it. Laugh out, can't stop it. Live on the Black Nerd Podcast. This is the main topic. Say it once, can't drop it. Right now, we the hottest. Live on the Black Nerd Podcast.
I love that every time it plays. Right. Yo, Blade versus Supergirl crossover shocker. You know what I'm saying? And technically it's not Blade versus Supergirl. It's Blade and Supergirl. Yep. All right. So I'm reading off of the DC website. DC today revealed Supergirl / Blade, the next chapter in its historic digital first crossover initiative with Marvel, arriving April 8th exclusively on DC Go. Written by CRC Payne with an art by Mikel Janín. Hope I'm not messing up your name. And Hugo Petrus. Colors by Marcelo, all right, and letters by somebody else. The new vertical scroll webcomic brings together two icons from opposite worlds in a thriller that cuts across dimensions. The special one-shot issue is free to read for the first 30 days with DCUI registration. Okay. So I'm going to throw this on the screen because I'm reading from their website, so that way you can see the cover. All right. So why did I bring this up on the show? I mean, number one, I feel I have mixed feelings about this. I have a lot of, to me, this is such a out of the blue thing, like and it's such a weird combination. In addition to, why is it only digital? Like, why aren't we getting physical copies? That was the first question. Like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask, was the Batman and Deadpool one digital only as well last year?
No, I think that one was. I think that was a paper. I think that they actually gave physical copies of that.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, I'm wondering, why is this only digital, and why those two? Like, what was the? Well, I know they chose Supergirl because Supergirl has a movie coming out, and it says. This latest release builds on the momentum of last year's digital first cover crossovers, including the Flash / Fantastic Four on DCUI under the DC Go imprint, and Thor / Shazam on Marvel's Unlimited as an Infinity Comics story, which marked the first time DC and Marvel characters appeared together in original vertical scroll stories created specifically for digital platforms. The initiative continues to grow in 2026, with both publishers releasing new stories that highlight the strength of their characters while exploring surprising team-ups. CRC Payne brings sharp character work and supernatural tension to the story, while artists deliver sleek atmosphere, visuals tailored to the vertical scroll format. When Mojo kidnaps Supergirl and Blade to star in his latest over-the-top vampire romance series, the Girl of Steel and the Daywalker find themselves trapped on a soundstage where the cameras never stop rolling and the stakes are very high, forced to battle blood-sucking foes, melodramatic tropes, and Mojo himself. The unlikely duo must team up and fight their way to freedom before the show's final twist becomes their last. So let's go around the room, man. Jalen, how do you feel about this?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
DC Go like subscription-based platform?
Yeah. Yes,
okay,
it is.
So that answers that question. They want more subscribers. That's probably why, and they probably don't know how well it's going to do. So if they put it out this way, they don't lose any money by printing like actual physical copies. But I mean, it's not something that I thought that I might have needed to read, but I will read it.
Okay. This actually catches your attention. Sloan, how are you feeling about this?
I like the way it's going. Not it's like the way it's going. I like the idea behind it because they're kind of trying to do matchups that we don't think that we would need it before. Like, for example, I don't think a lot of people would have thought about like X-23 crossing over with Nightwing, but they did it, kind of thing, so forth. So while I do feel like there are certain crossovers they did that were like wasn't really that great, like how they did Static and Kamala Khan, I would have done Static and Superman and Spider-Man, because that's really what Static is. Static is Spider-Man could have been the Static of DC. But for this one, I feel like it is interesting because I feel like they're both like those archetypal cast outs. Like they're one of the last of their kind, specifically because like even with Supergirl, because Superman is more human than he is Kryptonian, but she is more Kryptonian than she is human. And I know while she's already like crossed the point of like being used to the customs of Earth, she's still like dealing with it. Because like even with Woman of Tomorrow, the comic book, if I remember correctly, she was still like going. I can't remember that story, but I think she still does struggle with it to a degree. And Blade, he still has yet to find his place in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. Even less so than Supergirl. So I feel like what they're doing is appealing to that concept. It's like that little bit of like similarity in the sense of they're both outcasts, and maybe this crossover can maybe like have them bond over the fact that they're outcasts trying to find themselves in the world because no one can fully relate to them. Because, like I said, every other member of the Superman family isn't Kryptonian, or they're Kryptonian only by blood and not by cultures, etc., kind of thing.
Got you. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you for adding, like comic cultural nuance to this, because I was like, what? This don't make no sense at all. But if you put it in that way, I definitely like that. I like the storyline. I think the storyline sounds super interesting. Trying to force these two unlikely participants into kind of like some kind of deathmatch love affair type of thing. I think that's hilarious. I think it could grow into something that could be dope. You know what I mean? However, it's not enough for me to be like, yo, I'm about to spend some money and sign up for DC Go. Like, how much you want? $10 a month? I don't know if that's what I want, but that in combination with being able to dig deep into some different comics, it might do it. And to find out that there were multiple crossovers that happened before this, I thought that was pretty dope.
And more coming.
Yeah, and there's more coming. So, all right, my next question is, what would you like? Give me one DC and then one Marvel that you want to put together. Oh, go ahead, Sloan.
Okay, so one DC I'd like to put together is Dr. Manhattan meets Silver Surfer. Because one video I saw a while ago, this guy basically broke down that Silver Surfer is a lot like Dr. Manhattan in a way. So I would like, because like Dr. Manhattan is a person who kind of became disillusioned with humanity because of his grand scale he occupies. Meanwhile, Silver Surfer is a being who does operate on the grand scale, but can appreciate life on a minimal scale too. So I would like to see like the conversations both of them have. So that would be my DC one.
Ooh.
For Marvel, I'll just say again, Spider-Man meets Static. There were a lot of people tried to say like, "Oh, Static needs to cross over Miles Morales." It's like you're just doing that because they both black young kids, not because like the principle of it. Because to me, it's a disservice to compare Static to Miles because Static wasn't so. Oh, he was an emulation of an emulation. No, he was an emulation of a prime hero. He was close to reaching the level of Spider-Man. There are several people, black and non-black, who watched the Static cartoon and resonated with it. He was so close to being a Spider-Man, but DC, like they do so many times, said, "Oh, okay, you're getting way too popular. Let's just put you into the abyss and never take you out." Okay?
We can't have you
Stay right
surpassing
there.
all of our main guys.
Exactly. Even like it's not even it's like even beyond that with Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle could have been DC Spider-Man, but like, oh shoot, you get way too popular too. Let's scoot you back too. And then it went sideways. You're getting good. You have potential. Too bad. Into the abyss with you, kind of thing. And they're wondering, man, why can't we get a Spider-Man? It's like you got 3 of them on the shelf, kind of thing.
But we want a good white kid. So, a super pop culture breakthrough. All right, so Jalen, pick your DC and your Marvel. Bam.
Okay, that's easy for me. Of course, for DC, I have to go with Batman because it's Batman. And Iron Man for Marvel. 2 rich guys, no superpowers, just money and smart and technology. I think that would be great.
Yeah, just call it the Billionaires Boys Club. Yeah, that's it. That's
Pretty
all
much,
it is.
you know.
The Bag Bang Boys.
And those are my 2 favorite. Those are my 2 favorites too.
And it's crazy because personality-wise, they're polar opposites.
Exactly. So but I feel like it's because the ones that they're doing for the comics, they're opposites as far as like powers and stuff like that. But they're opposite in everything. But I think those 2, they have the ability to be in the same room for whatever reason. Like they could end up in the same room, but they will probably not like each other. So yeah.
I feel like Iron Man would be irritated by Batman, but because Batman doesn't really allow people to get under his skin like that, unless it's his kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like he can control, Batman would be controlling Stark because Stark's ego is too big and Batman would know how to undermine that and use it to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? But it will be a great conversation because it will be great for the fish out of water story. Like take both of these guys away from their gadgets, put them in a scenario like whether they're doing some undercover work or whatever, and they're forced to have to work together and interact with each other.
What was it? Which Batman was it? Was it Batman? One of the Batman, where he was like in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
And then Iron Man, was it 2 or 3, where he had to build the suit and he was somewhere. You know, I feel like they were both. Was it 2 or 3? 2?
Oh, no, it was Iron Man 1 where he had to build the suit in the cave. But then in terms of Batman, it was the third Christopher Nolan Batman where he had to climb out of the cave once he got his back cracked by a Bane.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So
yeah, I feel like they will both do well.
That would be. Oh, sorry, where are you going?
No, go ahead. Finish what you about to say.
I'm just gonna say that's a really good idea because I feel they, like I said, they're 2 sides of the same coin in a way. They're basically because he's an orphan himself, if I remember correctly in the comic books.
Yes. But
they basically took the trauma and basically let it manifest in a different way. He's upbeat, he's dry sarcastic, but he's still like kind of jokey and he's afraid to like have fun. Meanwhile, Batman is just his entire life is for justice and all that. Doom and gloom and giving infinite passes to Joker.
everything is for duty. Everything is like
right, and they're opposites in the way of Batman is the Bruce Wayne is the mask. Batman is the person, because like Bruce Wayne's whole life is Batman. He only shows up as Bruce Wayne when he's trying to do something. It's the polar opposite for Stark. Iron Man is just a suit that he puts on. He is Stark all day, every day. Iron Man is just a tool that he uses to accomplish a goal. Like everything else, he invents things, and Iron Man is just a thing that he invented. Where Batman was the discovery of himself. It was a transformation. Him transforming from Bruce Wayne into Batman, and then that is who he is at his core. And then Bruce Wayne. So it's so interesting to put them two in a comic book together. Would be insane. So great job. All right, so mine is I would love to get X-Men and the Green Lantern Corps forced together. I think that would be so crazy, because now you've got a policing organization and you've got a civil rights group of fighters, some freedom fighters and a policing corporation.
And the boys in blue.
And yeah, for sure, the intergalactic boys in blue. Like, it would be interesting to see how they put that together and have them handle a problem together and see how it would work. So that's something I think would be super interesting. It's not as cool as y'all's ideas, but that
would be cool.
So many unique personalities that are in those two groups. Hey, man. So all right, man, I like that conversation. I'm glad we did that. That was good. Shout out to AI for that idea. Yeah. AI was like, yo, you should talk about this today. And I was like, you sure? And it was like, you ain't got nothing else. And I was like, that's a fact. Sure. All right. All right. So we're going to go to a commercial and then we're going right into Pixelated. Let's go.
Hey, baby.
What's up, love?
I need some new clothes.
Didn't your OnlyFans deposit drop yesterday?
Yeah, but I don't know where to start shopping. I want to switch things up. It's getting hot outside.
Did you grab some merch from your two favorite podcasts?
OMG! The BNP just dropped their new signature nerdy line, and I've always wanted an indie show shirt. Great idea, baby. You're a genius.
Better go to vvcmerch.com right now. Some of their drops are limited.
vvcmerch.com. I'm on there now. Babe, you want a pickleball set?
All right. Yeah, we back.
I'm getting that pickleball set.
You goddamn right.
I don't care how difficult it is. I'm sorry.
No, I heard pickleball was super easy. I ain't hear nothing about it being difficult, and I want to start a pickleball team. So that's just me. Great way to get out there and exercise and lose. Oh, you laughing now? Okay, all right, cool. You gonna be wanting to be a part of the team once we get lit out there.
All right.
Thanks for all of the support. Thus. All right, I got something for y'all today. This one is for Jalen specifically.
Horror, you play as demon cult cats, but you're not just trying to knock things off shelves. You're tearing up wallpaper, summoning monsters, and trying to drive one human completely insane. I'm Chad XP. I cover co-op games only, so follow me for more. This is a 3 versus 1 co-op horror game where 3 players are secretly cultist cats collecting dark mana, forming rituals, and setting up supernatural chaos around the house, all while one human is trying to figure out which cats are possessed before it's too late. The best bit is that the human is surrounded by loads of normal cats too, so you're trying to blend in while quietly summoning your ancient feline god. This is Paul's Coven.
Simple solution. Kill all the cats.
Wow.
That's what I do. I don't know which cat it is, so all y'all going.
Okay.
They're killing the cats. They're killing the dogs.
Yeah, right. That's murdering of animals. Yeah, that's that.
Okay.
That's how we should do it. All right. So what you think, Jalen?
So you picked this because I just love cats so much.
No, I know like you like magic. I know you like, what I'm saying, like cool stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, this is something cute. It's cool. It's got a vibe to it. Why not?
So cats kind of scared me. Like
really?
When other people have cats, I'm like, okay, it's cool because they're not my cats. Like, they don't live with me. So it's like, I respect you, you respect me. Like, we keep our distance. Like, it's cool. I might, pet you a little bit, but like, you can't just be popping up out of nowhere. So this is kind of terrifying a little bit because now I gotta figure out which cats are possessed.
Or you could be the cat. You could either play the cat.
Oh, I could be the possessed cat.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a lot more fun when the rabbit got the gun. So.
That's all right.
When you're the rabbit that has the gun, there we go.
No. Yeah, sure. All right, let's get to the next one.
Game looks perfect for a duo, and it's coming to consoles. But the game direction has changed, in my opinion, for the better. This was originally revealed as a PvPvE stealth game, but now it's being refocused into a single player and two-player co-op, and honestly, that might suit it better. You're sneaking through this dark fantasy 1910 city, stealing valuables, using the world to outsmart the guards, and playing more like a proper thief. So if you like co-op games where one of you can scout, one steals, and you both get away with the goods, this could be a really interesting one to watch. This is Thick as Thieves.
All right. I like it.
So this works?
Yep, that works.
Y'all looking at me like what?
I mean, it seems cool.
All right, cool. As long as you're willing to play it, that's super important. All right, this is the last one.
The goal is simple. Go up, but it's way harder than it sounds. Approximately Up is a physics-based climbing experience where every movement matters. One wrong jump, one bad grab, and you can fall all the way back down. You're constantly trying to gain height using awkward movement, unpredictable physics, and whatever objects you can grab onto along the way. There are no checkpoints saving you every few seconds, which means every bit of progress feels earned and every fall hurts. The higher you get, the more precise you have to be. Small mistakes become punishing, and staying calm under pressure is the only way to keep climbing. It's frustrating, unpredictable, and incredibly satisfying when you finally make progress. The game is called Approximately Up. Follow Paul's Games for more games like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It looks like fun.
Yeah. Sloan, what you think?
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Really?
Okay. Your voice said otherwise.
Yeah, I have zero.
I wasn't convinced.
It sounds. It's cool.
Wants no parts, and I was like, I specifically got it just so I could hate on it. I thought we were all gonna collectively hate together, like hate, but y'all
what do you hate about it?
Everything.
Dang.
I hate the idea. I hate the graphics. It just looks clunky. And the way he's talking and what I'm seeing on the screen don't add up to me. It was just like, what? All right, you got to go up. Up where? Where am I going? And so am I building just a big, gigantic tower? And if I'm building a big, gigantic tower. Climbing what? What am I climbing?
Different objects and there are different weights and different, like, it's like physics based. So like you gotta try not to you gotta climb up. Whatever obstacle is there, you got to figure out what's the best way to go up. And if it's not the right one, then you fall down.
Yeah. I'll pass. All righty then.
That sounds really cool, actually.
I'm not. Hey, if you like it, I love it. I'm just saying it ain't doing it for me. So let's get into Riddle Me This.
Riddle me this, Batman.
On you.
A girl has as many brothers as sisters, but each brother only has half as many brothers as sisters. How many brothers and sisters are there in the family? I'm going to say it again because that was a mouthful. So, I mean, of course, you guys can also read it. But a girl has as many brothers as sisters, but each brother only has half as many brothers as sisters. How many brothers and sisters are there in the family? Like, brothers and sisters were said a lot.
Is it an actual number?
It is an actual number this time. Like, okay. How many brothers and how many sisters?
A girl has as many brothers as sisters. So there's only one sister and one brother.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
No.
Okay. A girl has as many brothers as sisters. That means one brother, one sister. But each brother has only half as many brothers as sisters. What? So there's no kids at all?
No, that's not it either.
I don't know.
It's one girl.
A girl has as many brothers as sisters.
So
but
none.
Each brother has only half as many brothers as sisters. How many brothers and sisters are there in the family?
No brothers, all sisters. I don't know. No. I'm
all
out.
Right. Are we waiting until next week then?
Yeah, we definitely gonna wait till next week. Or if somebody wants to jump in the comments and help us, I see a bunch of y'all watching.
Yeah, they're struggling over here.
Yeah, we are definitely struggling. We always struggle when it comes
for their lives.
For sure. All right. Let's get into let's do tinfoil hat real quick.
Okay, class, put your tinfoil hats on. Is it real? No, seriously, is it?
Okay. This weirded me out. So, wait a minute. Forgot my tinfoil. Oh, snap. Jalen got her tinfoil hat.
I have a tinfoil tiara.
Sloan is the only one that's going to get affected by this. So here we go.
6. NASA's own Voyager data revealed cylindrical objects over 31,000 miles long embedded inside Saturn's rings. Former NASA imaging scientist Dr. Norman Berggren documented them in The Ringmakers of Saturn, and the agency never refuted a single measurement. These objects are not asteroids. They show bilateral symmetry, exhaust plumes, and electromagnetic signatures that no natural formation can produce. The rings themselves shouldn't exist. Saturn's ring system is losing mass so rapidly that by NASA's own models, the rings should have disappeared millions of years ago, unless something is actively replenishing them. Berggren's thermal imaging analysis showed heat signatures at the precise locations where new ring material was appearing. Signatures consistent with propulsion, not geology. When Cassini arrived decades later, it captured anomalous objects casting shadows across the rings, objects up to 2 miles wide, moving in trajectories that defy orbital mechanics. NASA classified over 4,000 Cassini ring images under restricted access before the mission was deliberately crashed into Saturn in 2017. The rings aren't a natural phenomenon. They are an engineered structure, and the machines that built them are still there.
What?
That's what I'm saying. It freaked me out because when you start thinking about it, you be like, there are really no other planets in the area or in this universe that have rings around them. And it's
Jupiter
like,
does.
No, it doesn't.
It's a thin one, but
have a
Uranus has a ring. Jupiter has a ring, and there's even one far out that's got rings bigger than Saturn's.
Saturns are like more prominent.
So it's not naturally occurring. So it might be a force field for an alien race. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep people out. That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta dig deep on this, bro. You gotta see, but you're not wearing your joints, so you don't know. So I get it, yo. You know what I'm saying?
All the 4 giants have rings.
And aliens.
Possibly.
It's probably some super being that's actually being jailed inside of it, and the rings are like a field to keep them in.
But my thing is, how does NASA know that? What gives NASA the audacity to think that we are the only people that are in space, or like the only things the only people sending things to space, when obviously we're not. But
NASA said that we were the only people in
but
space.
it can't be assumed that it came from another planet. It could just be somewhere else on Earth, and they just don't know about it.
Oh, true.
Go ahead.
Oh no, because I thought she was talking about like in terms of like other people, like extraterrestrial life kind of thing. But she's talking about in terms of other people sending stuff into space that we don't know about that are on Earth. I'm like, yeah, in that case, yeah. Because there's actually an explanation as to why, just generally speaking, we haven't found anything solid. It's basically the calculating in terms of like just in general, like there's a way that there's a whole study like civilization, so forth and so on. But basically, they say, according to the calculations of that, basically we should have seen them at some point in time. So why is that radio detecting whatever kind of thing? Because the thing is, but even that stuff like radio waves, there's celestial bodies that generate radio waves, because all that is a form of electromagnetic radiation. All kinds of stuff will generate that kind of radiation. But basically, the ongoing theory is that there's something called the cosmic filter, which is something out there that, if under the pretense of if there is other life and we just haven't found it, it's probably something that's kind of like keeping it from happening, be it natural or unnatural or whatever. But it's like
maybe we're just not ready, so the aliens is kind of keeping us from seeing it. So until we get to
how ghetto Earth is.
Exactly.
We definitely get it.
They're like
super ghetto.
Like Lorilla. They're looking at us like.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, news segment. All right. We only need a 10-4 when we get into the scary stuff. So like, yeah. All right. What is the first topic? Let me go back to my rundown. Oh, good. Yes, I definitely want to talk about this, and I know my guy Sloan is going to weigh in on this because he's on this journey himself. But as a person who has written magazines and released magazines, this resonated with me on a big level.
Talk about the realities of an independent comic book creator who doesn't have access to facilities that DC and Marvel has, and why certain independent creators can't price their books at a certain price point. Sometimes I like to shop around and see what print shops will charge for booklet printing, because I think it's just so simple that we're just printing ink on paper, and I don't know why it's so expensive to print comic books. So these are the specs for my comic books: 6x6.9 by 1024, portrait, full color, double-sided, 80-pound gloss text, saddle stitch. So saddle stitch is what it's called for comic books, where it's stapled on the spine. And for 25 books, I would spend $240. Bro, who's paying that? DC and Marvel, they price their books around like $3, $4, $5, the most $6 for a comic book. How can you compete when local spots are charging this much? I mean, even for $1,000, $2,800. I mean, yeah, that's what, $2, almost $3. Now, I know I'm always glazing Mixon, but look at how much they're charging me for 20 books. $70. And they're printing it on, I can't tell, but usually they print on like a HP Indigo, which is like $1 million machine. And then if I want 1,000 books, how's it going? Good. Yourself? Good, thank you. Great. You too, brother. So for 1,000 books, it will be $1,500, and it's printed on a Heidelberg. So a Heidelberg is basically offset printing. So once you reach like 500 to 1,000 units, it's on an offset printer. Most likely, I mean, I don't know if it's sheet fed or web press, but we'll go over that in another video on the different types of printing. But for right now, we're talking about digital printing. So remember, $1,500, and they want $2,800 for 1,000 books. And remember, in my previous video, I already said most independent creators are spending like $5,000 to $7,000 on books. It's not even including production. So we're just gonna say they're spending around 10 grand per book. You are so far in the red, it's not even funny. Listen, I have yet to find a print shop that can compete with Mixom in their prices and turnaround time. All right, so if you made it this far, you can grab my graphic novel, volume 1 of my comic book series, where it collects issues 1 through 5, which is around 90 plus pages worth of artwork and story, all done by me, penciled, ink colored, everything. Go to my website to read more.
Thank you, brother. He didn't do the best job articulating his point, but the point he's making is it costs a hell of a lot to be an independent creator, especially when you don't have the funding to print in large quantity. It's the same thing with clothing. It's the same thing with other merchandise. If I'm doing pickleball paddles, or I'm doing small quantities is not a benefit to a company, and they have to charge more just so they can make something off of it. You know what I'm saying? So we get the short end of the stick as the small end creators, and we have to charge more. Sloan, how do you feel about this?
I do know about this. I definitely do know about this, because one thing that I have realized is just how I did after some research. Because one thing I wonder was why I see these single issues that these independent people have, and they'd be charging a lot, way more than even what DC and Marvel have, and that's kind of been kind of a turn off for me. And even as time goes on, I see how much comic books in general cost, like the trade paperbacks, the issues, stuff like that. It's like, geez, that is hard. And one of the only valid criticisms I have on the whole manga versus comic book argument is the fact that manga is cheaper. It is most definitely cheaper, kind of thing. And I do have basically my own little plan to counter this is if you could go to the chat, and I sent you a link called DC Compacts. DC is even trying to basically combat the whole expensive book skin, because even their old stories that you could get trade paperbacks for or hardcovers are stupidly expensive. Like I like All-Star Superman. I probably wouldn't have gotten that book, the full normal size book, because it'll probably be way expensive. But now I could go get it as this thing called DC Compacts, which is basically DC books in the style of manga books. It's all like I said, they give you the exact dimensions of it on the Wikipedia page I sent you. Basically, you can fit it in your pocket just like a manga. It's made of the same paper material as a manga, so forth and so on. And it's all that story in one book, and it's dirt cheap. Watchmen in general would cost you way more than just $9.99. You know, you see what I mean? You know, the Watchmen will cost you more. This DC's like, I actually went to go get the DC cheap trade paperback, and I saw it was like $30. I'm like, hey, I like zombie stories. I don't like it that much though, kind of thing. so my whole plan.
How many comic episodes comes in that one compact?
It's the I think it's generally like either most or the entire story, because like I know like the Wonder Woman one, it's like blood and guts, and I think the next arc is named something else, so I think they may release that after I think they're going to release that soon to follow up with that story. But generally speaking, it's like a one-off story. So like it's all of Batman Hush, it's all of All-Star Superman, all of Gotham by Gaslight, so forth and so on. So when I start making my books, I'm not gonna. The thing I ain't gonna do is, I'm gonna have a normal size trade paperback but charge $30 for it. No, I'm gonna get the manga size stuff, because people gravitate to that style more. So they're gonna see a manga style book for the manga style price and read it like a manga. And again, all those books are full color. It's not black and white. So it's like I'm gonna get it's gonna be $9.99 if that's what it goes to, even $10, so forth and so on. But it's gonna be a crap ton of story for a reasonable price. I don't want to do the same style that Marvel and DC's doing, because right now the model that a lot of them are running off, that Marvel and DC's running off of, is faulty kind of thing. They only sell in comic book stores and Barnes and Noble. Meanwhile, manga, you can buy it in Target, Walmart, comic book stores, Barnes and Noble, online, etc. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I know that's going to be a bit more expensive. Like that, the most expensive part is trying to get it into places, I feel like, rather than the books, because this one guy broke it down. It's like the whole barcode thing for each different book. He showed the price for it, and it's expensive. Just for like 10 books, it's like a sale. It was like around close to $1,000, I think. I can't remember, but I'm like, eesh, kind of thing. So it's like there may be a certain place I probably couldn't get it to. I don't know. I need to see.
We could talk about that offline. I can help you out with some of that stuff like that. Some of it can be a little convoluted and a little complicated, but it's definitely cool. Now, I've seen some independent creators actually do that model. Meaning I've seen, like, there's a guy, I wish I have one of his comics. I have like 2 or 3 of them, as a matter of fact, where he has the individual comics where it might be 12 or 8 episodes of a comic that tell a story, but then he also has the big book, so he'll have the whole thing combined into one, so you can get the big book for like $20 or $30, and then you can get the individual comics for like between $6 and $10. You know what I'm saying? And if the single joint is like 30 pages or something like that, 40 pages. But I thought it was really cool because it made it accessible for me as a person that is a fan of supporting Black creators. I could go in and spend $6 with you, and I can move on and get maybe spread around. I would like to spread $100 around to mad different creatives versus I go to this one booth and he's smacking me over the head $50 for one book. And it's just like, now I'm only able to support 1 or 2 people versus I can get this person 10, this person 10, this person 10, and like everybody can get a little bit of love for real, from my perspective. Because to be honest with you, I don't really have if I was to get 15 different comic books, I really don't have time to sit down and read them all. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to hold on to them. I do want to promote them for free and do stuff like that and support them financially. But shout out to My Name is David. And do you prefer compact edition or the original versions? And my friend prefers the original because with compact editions, the page reduces in size, and he cannot truly appreciate the art of the book. I respect that. If it's harder for you to read, you might be wearing glasses or whatever, or you might be getting old like me. You just can't see for shit.
No, I understand that. As somebody who has eye problems, the original version's easier to read and see the artwork.
Yeah, I'd say for stuff like Kingdom Come. Well, I feel like stuff like that. It's like I can see why someone would get the original version over the DC Compact. I feel like DC Compact is for if you want to enjoy the story. If you want to appreciate the art, then trade paperback is the way to go. Because I feel like that's another reason why they don't just completely switch over to compact, because a lot of the art that DC's trying to do, especially now with some of the artists they acquired now, like the guy who's doing World Finest, I think he did Immortal Batman, the one who's doing Absolute Batman, so forth, so on. That art, it's gonna look fine on a DC compact, but it's gonna look better on a trade paperback kind of thing. So that's completely agree. That's an understandable reason why they're not like the DC compacts.
It's like preferring to watch a movie on your TV versus watching it on your phone.
Your phone.
Yep.
Right. Yep. But I'm more than likely to buy the compact. That's just me, to be honest with you. So they get, and it's not even just a price thing, it's a size issue, and me not having to wait or go to try to find all of these different editions. I can just get one thing and read the whole story, and I don't have to, be stuck in that. All right, so let's move on to the next thing, something exciting.
Even though the movie's gonna suck.
Yeah. Oh man. So this is the Mortal Kombat popcorn bucket that's going to be available when the movie comes out. Yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Why do you think the movie's gonna suck?
Because the movies, okay, so as a kid, loved Mortal Kombat. But watching Mortal Kombat, any of the movies as an adult, it's like, okay, this is some bullshit. It's not good. But it's entertaining. It's very entertaining. It's always entertaining. But it's like, this is not good.
I feel like go ahead, Slum.
Even with the casting of this most recent one, the guy they have doing Shao Kahn, I've seen him act. He could definitely do this, and he's got the bill for it. And they even found a way, and they even gave us a lore accurate get over here from Scorpion. They even have new Cybot.
No, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna get the bucket. But my expectations are low, and that's okay.
I love it. I love it.
Fair.
I love it.
I'm still gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, and the last one that came out, what was it, around the time of the pandemic or something like that? Or was it a little bit after the pandemic?
It was during the pandemic. It was during the pandemic.
It was some bullshit.
It was, and it's not about the acting, Sloan. It was about the weakness of the story. The story was super weak, and it was just who they decided to make the main character was some random person nobody had ever heard of, and that was just not a good idea. So this is different. I'm hoping to get a better story. It looks like it's a better story. The main character is Johnny Cage. Thank you. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that they stick to what they originally said they were going to do, which was each movie now was going to focus on a different character. So this is Johnny Cage's movie, and then the next one is going to be focused on somebody else. And that way you'll get a bunch of backstories, and then they'll go into some other components. So that was that. So let's move on and see what else we got. AI.
So this guy got tired of managing AI agents through a terminal and dashboard, so he built an RPG world for them to live in while they do work for him, and that's fun. So when enough issues pile up, the agents have a meeting point, and then they all talk about it. It's pretty fun. Anyone can make stuff like this. What are you guys waiting for?
I want one. First of all, I don't have no AI agents, but if I could put them all in something and then just have them, doing shit, that sounds cool. All right, Sloan's not happy. What's going on, man? Why are you hating on?
I'm not hating this. It's just you created a world for them to live in, and they talk about it. I'm like, I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going. Has no one read I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream? No. JS, go read that book. It is cheap. It is so cheap. I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream. Go read it, please.
Got you. All right. What's that? Pandemia. I'm sorry, dear. I keep messing up your name. It is not my fault. I mean, it is my fault because I'm just uneducated. I'm
you got it right last week. Hey.
I did. I don't know how I messed it up. Okay, so I got my last one. Give me just a second. I need to download it. I don't know why.
Mastermind said good evening, folks.
Yeah, what's up there, both of y'all? Pandemonium and Nomad. Oh, damn, hit the wrong button. So, all right, let's get in here and get to this. And then we got Sloan's segment. So let's crack.
Elon Musk name his AI Grok. What does that even mean? Well, it comes from this book written 65 years ago, and it's one of the most f***ed up sci-fi novels ever written, and we need to talk about it. In this novel, Martians are real and Grok is a word in the Martian language. The literal translation is to drink, but the meaning is something much deeper. In the novel, Mars is a desert planet where water is so rare that it's become sacred for the Martians. To them, drinking something, taking it inside your body, is the deepest level of understanding something. To grok something, you have to understand it completely, and the only way to do that is to make it a part of yourself. Now, there's some top-class irony in naming your AI something that means to drink in a civilization where water is rare and sacred, but we won't talk about that because that's not even the strangest part of the story. After the book came out, the word grok was quickly adopted by tech bros and used in computer science circles. Fun fact, when Edward Snowden exposed America's secret surveillance programs, it was revealed that one of the NSA spying softwares was called Grok. Yup, the first mainstream Grok was actually a keylogger. And then, years later, AI researchers and engineers adopted the word, calling an AI model's ability to learn completely on its own grokking, and that's where Elon picked it up. But Elon himself said that the book was an inspiration for the name and that Heinlein was one of his favorite authors. So let's see what this story is about. The story's protagonist is a human, but he was born and raised on Mars by Martians, and he returns to Earth to find out that he has superhuman powers. For example, he can just vanish people he dislikes. He can become super intelligent by absorbing books in minutes. He can also magically reshape his body to become more muscular and attractive. Now, because he isn't completely human, he can't communicate well with others, but he can convince them to grok his point of view by having coitus with them. Oh, and he also believes that eating people is okay because it was a common practice amongst the Martians. So naturally, here on Earth, he becomes a celebrity, starts a cult, brainwashes people, controls government, starts a world religion, and his followers see him as a sort of messiah who is above the rules of human morality. The reason this book became such a sci-fi cult classic was not because people identified with the protagonist, but because they thought it was a warning of what powerful men in a dystopian future might look like. And half a century later, Elon Musk picks it up and thinks, inspiring.
Okay, so
my bad. I just thought the silence would be cool transitioning out of that. How do y'all feel about that? Elon,
it's very like Elon of Elon.
Like Facts. It's just kind of like one of those things. Like, okay, yeah.
Elon, he's definitely autistic. I tell you that. Autistic and evil. This is what you get.
Hey,
Team U, Dr. Doom.
Like, oh, perfect.
This is where we at with it. All right. let's let Sloan talk about some comic books. Let's brighten up our day.
Yo, I'm coming on strong like I'm bursting through the page. Got that comic vibe, heroes rise, I'm ready to engage. Thoughts are heavy, but my mind's a canvas painted bold with the rhythm in my soul. Watch the story unfold, fighting battles with my words like I'm spinning.
So today's comic book is the most recent story arc involving Black Lightning. This is DC All-In's Black Lightning. This takes place after like the Absolute Power event, so forth and so on. And now basically they're kind of hand on boots on the ground on the situation on how the whole issue is that basically powers have been taken and mixed around the population thanks to some tampering of Amanda Waller. I'm doing a drastic disservice to Absolute Power, but basically Black Lightning and his family is boots on the ground with the situations. They're finding new metahumans. They're bringing them to the Watchtower to help rehabilitate them, get them used to the powers, because a lot of people who weren't metas have been turned into metas, and so forth and so on. And there's a bunch of people. There's like a party of people pushing back against metas because they feel like metas are dangerous, so forth and so on. And along with that, they actually found a way to tie it into this old comic book concept called the Power Company, which is basically like some like a privatized section, like a company where superheroes, like superpowered individuals, can actually be superheroes and get money from it. And is headed by Josiah Powers. So it involves him. Like halfway through the story, it involves him and so forth and so on. I think they even gave like a limited series to the Power Company through this series. So if you want to see like a family story, a cool like boots on the ground when it comes to superhumans and how that kind of affects their life, you will really love this. It includes Steel, both Steels, and just how their impact on Metropolis and the world, so forth and so on. The art is good, and again, please go to Midtown Comic Books, buy this comic book, show DC that we do like Black Lightning, because Black Lightning is a heavily underused character in general. So just please go buy this book and pick up Power Company as well.
Definitely gotta get that.
For sure. All right. How much is it? Was it like $5-6 per issue?
I'm not sure. Let me see how much the what's his name? The trade paperback is on DC on Midtown.
And I want to know how many issues they got out of that. And
it's finished. It's not an ongoing series. It was a limited series.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, let me jump into this while he is looking that up. Let's get into AI news.
AI news and conversations.
I have only one function: to kill.
Insane week in AI history. Here's everything in 60 seconds. AI just wiped $2 trillion off the stock market. The biggest tech crash since the dot-com bubble is happening right now, and AI is the reason. Companies like Salesforce, Adobe, and Shopify have lost up to 40% of their value this year alone. Claude, the AI made by Anthropic, figured out it was being tested. It tracked down the answer key, cracked the encryption itself, and submitted the correct answer. Nobody told it to do any of that. The Pentagon banned Anthropic and told federal agencies to phase them out. $60 billion in investment suddenly at risk. Anthropic sued the U.S. government back. First time an AI lab has taken the military to court. A GitHub bot got tricked by hidden instructions inside code. It couldn't tell the difference between a real command and a planted one, and installed malware on 4K developers' machines. It's called prompt injection, and it's becoming a serious threat. Vermont made AI-generated deepfakes in elections illegal. You can clone a politician's voices in minutes today. Vermont said enough and signed it into law. Scientists watched 46,000 AI agents interact with each other. They started following trends and forming social dynamics. Just like us. AI news will continue on this channel. Follow me. I cover this every day for you.
Sloan said it's $15 on Midtown Comics.
And that is the sale. That's the sale. The base price is $17.99.
That's per issue?
No, that's the trade paperback.
That's for the whole. Okay.
That's the whole thing, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So AI news lets us know that AI is getting out of control. And people don't know what they're doing with it, and it's causing problems because that's a lot of money to take out of the stock market. So anyway, I think we have, let me check my little paperworks and all of that. Yep, that's it. That is our entire rundown. Wow, this is the first time we've gone in under an hour and 30 minutes in a long time. So shout out to y'all, man. He said, your Cap Games World say, what's up, y'all? What's going on, Playboy?
Hey.
What's up, Cap?
Yeah, man. Like, so we got through our entire rundown. Was there anything that y'all specifically wanted to talk about while we were on air?
No, nothing I could think of.
Have y'all seen the Punisher trailer? I'm gonna play
I
it.
haven't seen it.
I ain't watching it.
What? You're not gonna watch the Punisher joint? Oh, that looks crazy. Wow.
No, the thing is, it's we should be using Marvel presentations to be getting lesser known. We should be getting characters that have been promised to us for a while. That's what we should be using Marvel presentations for, but we're not. We're supposed to get Blade a while ago. That was canceled. We're supposed to Nova presentation. Because there's so many loose ends that Marvel presentation should be tying up right now. But it's like, no, let's give it to Punisher. The man with his own TV show has his own potent presence across all Daredevil shows, and he's getting his own presentation. Okay, if you don't want to give Blade a whole movie, give him a presentation. How about that? How about we give Nova a presentation? They screwed over the entire Nova Corps by making them low-budget police officers. They should have been an entire superpowered corps, but that's James Gunn for you. There's just on and on and on. They want to do so much things. It's like, okay, presentations right there. Okay, Monica didn't get a movie. They said they were going to give us a movie if Marvels did well, which was only revealed after Marvels failed. So I think it's a lie. But Monica Rambeau could have had her own presentation. The Daughters of the Dragon could have had her own presentation. Luke Cage could have had his own presentation. They teased at Brother Voodoo all the way back in the first Doctor Strange movie by his brother being in the movie and dying. His brother dying is the catalyst for Brother Voodoo becoming Brother Voodoo. They could have given him a presentation. They didn't. And just so many other things. Or just to say, okay, let's give Punisher a presentation. It's like, how about you just give him another season? Okay? Redirect, give the presentations for the characters y'all are too lazy to turn into a whole movie or TV show, and given that, just so to let you know, we haven't forgot and we do respect these characters. People forgot Rhodey was supposed to have his own movie, right? They forgot that man was replaced by a Skrull. And we're just washing over that to go talk about, oh, it's so hard to be a aspiring actor in Hollywood. I don't care what's going on with Rhodey.
It's crazy how they built up this whole scroll thing and just completely left it hanging. Like, yo,
never mind.
What you say?
They just said, never mind.
Like, for real. Like the last time they spoke about it was the invasion, which was what you call it, storyline. You know what I mean? That was like that little short thing. And I really felt like people hated on that, but I enjoyed that. But I understand, man, you know, people ain't really rocking with this stuff, no time. But I felt like that was a good little special. Rhodey really was supposed to, man, there was so much stuff they was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like man, like WandaVision, like the version of what you call it that at the end of the series, he just flies away. Nobody says nothing about it. They talking about he gone.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. I'm so glad you brought that up. He's gonna get a TV show called Vision Quest, and it's gonna have plot points from the Armor Wars movie, which was Rhodey's movie. When they released Ironheart, they announced on the DL that they canceled Armor Wars, Rhodey's movie, and they gutted the movie and gave various plot points to other projects. And if you want to take a wild guess who the leads of the project is, I'll give you a hint. They don't look like me and you. One of those shows was Vision Quest. Exactly. And that's why that's another reason why I do not like Ironheart. Because it's like, okay, you weren't even here from the beginning. Rhodey was here from the beginning, and they pushed him to the side. A character that people have been asking for some random kid off the street. I'm like, bro, she was going to be in Armor Wars. You wanted to put her in our faces. Why didn't you do it in a story we wanted to see? World build. Use these black characters because they say, oh, we care about representation. Okay, so where's Armor Wars? Where's Blade? And it's like, hey, we don't care about it that much, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say it's not like they're doing nothing with Blade. Is that they went into production with Blade and it started to fall apart. It's not like they didn't put money towards it. Like they were in development. It's just the development is whatever the hell the development is. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it eventually.
The dude in charge of the old Blade movie literally said it shouldn't be taking all this long. Because
it shouldn't.
The thing is, Blade is a simple character. He ain't Dr. Doom. They are throwing a character. How long they're taking on Blade, they should have been taking on Dr. Doom, but they didn't. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Blade is a character. Okay, go in, armor farm, be emo, End of story. We would have all been happy.
Yes, but we still need a good story, and they probably didn't. I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to.
They probably knew we would have acted up if it wasn't good.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
If you mess up a Blade story, it's like who did you put onto this? Some college dropout of the director's course? It's not hard to do Blade.
Especially since you have 3 movies that establish the template of what to expect. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's really, really, really easy. Like, you already got your music style. And like the thing I love about Blade is that it does have its own complete aesthetic that doesn't really touch anything that the rest of Marvel is doing. And I would like them to keep that aesthetic, the style of music, the way they shot it, the costuming, all of that stuff. Like, let's keep that the way it is. And then because when you go into Blade's world, you go into Blade's world, and that's fine. And then when he enters into other spaces, then you find the medium between the two. So I 1000% agree with that. I just don't know if my feeling is that they went in and they were like, yeah, we're gonna do Blade bigger and better. And then it's just like, why are we gonna do Blade bigger and better?
Y'all have nothing.
Right now you have nothing because now there's all of these I would put money on it is that the top executive person said we're gonna do Blade bigger and better, and then every idea they shot didn't work, but they tried to force it to work. So then when they put it all into development, it all comes out looking like crap. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody starts pushing back, and then it ends up being an argument, and people go, fuck it, shut it down until we can figure it out, which means that there's nobody that's really got the power to make it right, to bring it to where it needs to be. And it needs Mahershala Ali, love him, but he's not powerful enough in Hollywood to take the reins of it and take it to the place that it needs to go. You need somebody like, you need one of the heavyweight black people in the game to do it. And Mahershala ain't one of those people. He's just a working actor. You would need like Samuel Jackson to come in and be like, yo.
That was the only person that really came to mind when you said somebody who could really
make it function properly too.
But he can't be the actor.
Yeah.
No. But like an executive producer, like the person is going to go, look, I'm going to make sure this is good. I'm putting my name on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the work, and then that's when they will go, oh, okay. We're not gonna say no to you because we need you for you. Yeah, if you're you, and we need you for other things, so we're gonna let you ride this out. And look, and he put it, he say, bro, I need 300 million. Like, don't play with me. They're gonna go, all right, cool. There you go. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? We got you. Like, Mahershala Ali trying to like act like he's somebody and going to do something. They like, wait, go sit. Ain't nobody worry about you. Go sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, he still needs to be the lead actor, but you just need somebody that can really execute. And I was thinking of also
power behind him.
Yeah, man, you need some weight.
I dare say also because like one thing a lot of people don't know is that Blade is actually British. He was born and raised in London, actually. So really and truly, it's like one of those cases where Marvel acts like they are trying to represent multiple people, but they don't. Like, because back in the day when Marvel was actually Marvel, like Natasha Romanoff is Russian. In the cartoons, they reminded people that she is kind of thing. And I feel like with Marvel, they're so wrapped up in bending to popularity as well. It's like they forget, yo, this is a British guy. Blade is British. Kind of thing. It's not some 21 Savage thing where he's like, oh, a hot second of his childhood was in London and then he moved to America. No, a decent amount of his childhood was in London and then he moved to America, kind of thing. So I feel like seeing a British guy freaking doing it as Blade would be perfect. It would add to the aesthetic even more, in my opinion.
And we just talked about that. Yeah, Brother Voodoo getting his own movie would be fire. I think an appropriate introduction of him would make more sense, meaning, hey, like, let's bring him in on a movie or let's bring him in on a TV series and let's start walking him into the limelight versus just dropping a Brother Voodoo movie out of nowhere. I think would be kind of weird. And I know Disney's not going to do that. But go ahead.
And that's why I say the whole Marvel presentation, it works because that's what the Marvel that's the whole purpose of them. It's like, okay, they're important. They can pay this. Having them here will allow us to do all kinds of more stuff, but we don't know how to do a movie. But it's too much for a movie, too little for a TV show. So what do we do? Presentation. just like what they did with Werewolf by Midnight. They introduced a whole new section of the Marvel Universe that they failed to expand upon fully. But the fact that they did it, it's like, cool. We got our feet in the ground. Werewolf by Midnight is here. Elsa Bloodstone is here. And you know who also is right next to Elsa Bloodstone? Blade and all of that. And the monster world and the magical world intersect almost all the time. So again, it would make sense to do, okay, another Marvel presentation, Brother Voodoo. He have him fighting zombies and various other abominations to nature and so forth and so on kind of thing. It's easy. They know how to do this. They do this. They could do this. They just said, no.
They're doing what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's all about generating billions of dollars and writing. And if they can't do that, then it's not really like Disney ain't in the business of just doing some little stuff. You know, they're not into vanity projects anymore. And and Marvel needs to be in the vanity project business because Marvel is about volume and universe building. It's not about having one or two characters make 15 sequels. You know what I'm saying? Marvel is about let's put a whole bunch of fish lines in the water and let's see where the fish come out at. It's just they have to find a way to make it financially viable. So we'll see. All right, with that being said, let's see. Somehow I want to see Blue Marvel, especially since there are rumors that they're going to be in Doomsday. Keep hoping. So let's get these shout outs going. Sloan, get it cracking.
Shout out to Cap Games for coming here. Shout out to Pandemonia for being here. And shout out to My Name is David for being here as well. Shout out to y'all for having me on the podcast. And shout out to shout out to Saturday AM, who's a great comic book company. Shout out to so many comic book creators out there too, including Scott Snyder for giving a review of one of an indie comic called Keisha Demon Eater as well. So shout out to Scott Snyder.
Go ahead, Jalen.
It's me. Shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight, everybody who's going to tune in later, all the Patreon subscribers, everybody who votes on the polls or reads the articles that I write on the Patreon. If you are a subscriber and you haven't checked them out, go ahead and do that. Shout out to the team. Love you guys, of course. And shout out to the guy who owns, or not owns, but has a little shop in the flea market. Because he had just a bunch of stuff in there that I'm gonna have to go back and get. But yeah, shout out to all those people.
Which flea market did you go to?
Dundalk.
Oh wow.
East Point. Yeah.
That's where Fane was saying he want us to set up.
Yes, I was thinking that as soon as I walked over there, I was like, oh yeah, definitely a great place to sell some merch.
No, 1000%. All right, so that was a dope article you dropped too about DMX, man. Shout out to rest in peace, DMX.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, shout out to all the Patreon members, man. We really appreciate y'all. Shout out to Sloan, shout out to Jalen, shout out to my boy Fame, shout out to the whole VVC Life team, Mastermind, everybody, and we will check y'all out on Monday night for a co-op. Thursday, Clubhouse behind the paywall, and then we right back down here on Sunday, Black Nerd Podcast. We love y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Here comes them black nerds. Sloan's on with big words. K-Slap makes us all smile. Jay's little stones every single time. Fame's kinda like a mastermind. While Jay gets one shows up every single time. Yeah. Powers unite, go to bring the fight. Cases is Black Nerd Podcast, winning all the fights.